Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. The topic of discussion today is never allow yourself to be a doormat. Say no. Never allow yourself to be a doormat. Always say no. That is the topic of discussion today. Happy Wednesday to you all. Thank you for being here. I can never give a time as to when I'm going to be here. So this is why I invite you all to subscribe to the channel, and that way you will always get a notification as to when I'm on live. So thank you all for being here today. One of the things I want to say to you guys is it's so important as you heal that you don't let all that hard work that you're doing go to waste or go down the drain, so to speak. And some of the ways that can happen is by allowing toxicity back into your space. You know, that can, all the hard work that you've been doing on yourself, that can put that right down the drain. So that's something to ponder and to think about, because our mental and physical health is everything today. Without that, we can't take care of ourselves or anything around us. So, with that being said, let's get into this topic of discussion today. I have a little bit of notes here. Um, when you start to heal and you start to grow and see the results, you start to self love, self care. Um, you want to do more, when you start, especially when you start to see the results of your hard work. Also, you start to stand up for yourself, take up for yourself, you know, because the reason why you get into that energy is because you start to learn that you are worth it. So you start to learn your self worth and what's for your highest good and what's not. And not allowing yourself to be taken advantage of is for your highest good. Because sometimes when you're a generous and giving person, people take that as signs of weakness. I love to give and help other people, but I learn through this healing process not to overgive to others, because sometimes people take you as a fool, as naive, because you're in a place of kindness, giving, and love and light. And there's nothing weak about giving and helping others, you know. And paying it forward, as I always talk about on this channel. However, there are people who are out there who like to take advantage of others. They're not there to get the help that you may be offering to help them to be in a better space in life. They want to take. There's takers out there because they don't want to do the hard work. It's too much for them. So they're rather try to get it quick like a microwave by taking and using from others. And that was a metaphor that I used yesterday about carrying other people's burdens, and I refuse to be in a space anymore where I'm carrying my burdens and other folks' burdens. I don't do that anymore because I was in a subservient space, and I was overgiving, and people were taking and using me up like a doormat, you know. And I had to learn, and it took me a long time, people, to learn these lessons, because in general, that's my nature, to give and to help. But when someone is trying to take advantage of that, then I see it for what it is and say no. It is okay to say no. It doesn't matter who the individuals might be. It could be family, a business setting, a romantic setting, whatever it is. If you feel that you're being taken advantage of, then you can say no. You don't have to allow this to happen. And that's one of the things I love about healing is it open up your eyes to see things for what they are, to see behind the mask instead of for what you want it to be. You really are in a space where you see people and situations as they are. Remember, I always say on this channel, people, situations, and circumstances come into our life for a reason, a season, a lifetime, or a lesson. And sometimes these lessons might come back if we don't learn them. Even sometimes what I'm finding, they do come back, to test us again. Like yesterday, I was in a situation, I think I talked about this not too long ago. And I was talking about it yesterday. And this woman in particular who keeps trying to draw me back into a cult like religious setting, and I'm like, I am fine the way I am. I'm healing, I'm doing well. God is blessing me. And one of the things that irritated me the most is saying that, in a way, without using a whole lot of words, she was basically trying to say I'm not connected to God if I'm not connected to the religious organization. That's not true, people. Jesus died to give us a life so that we can communicate with God through Him. We don't have to be in a church like or religious organization setting to have a relationship with God or to have a connection with Him. That's not true. And I found myself getting irritated to the point where, excuse me, guys, I'm just going to say, because we're in a business setting and we shouldn't even be having this conversation, that I don't want to have this conversation anymore because I said what I said and I meant what I said. And that's it. And sometimes, I don't like to be, sometimes I don't like to be aggressive with folks, but something firm. But I'm learning it's necessary because when a person is overstepping your boundaries, because in a way I'm saying, listen, I'm fine the way I am. But when someone keeps, imposing, then you have to set boundaries. I am setting boundaries. This topic of discussion, I will tell her, it's off the table. We're not talking about this anymore. And that's that. So sometime, and I'm using that as an example because that just happened yesterday, is that people sometimes will come back to try to test you and see, it just, and it just, and this is like a second time that she does it. And me, I give you the third time because like in baseball, 3 strikes you're out. And then if she approaches me again with this, and I will be setting those boundaries. This topic of discussion is off the table now because I said what I said. Um, and sometimes you guys might have to do that, especially if you have someone who's always coming to you to borrow money and they never pay it back. Or they have some problem that has nothing to do with you and they want you to take care of it. And these are the things that I mean when I say carrying other people's burdens. You find yourself in situations with others, just because you share DNA or whatever the case may be. But their burdens have nothing to do with you. They're not yours to carry. They have to learn to carry their own burdens. But some people just don't want to do the work. They rather for somebody else to do it for them. I have a sibling who used to do this to me all the time. And I would tell him, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not helping you. I'm not doing anything. You have to, help yourself. You can bring a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. And it's not my responsibility. And so sometimes when you do this, you may lose that individual out of your life. And for me, that happened, but I was okay with it because the stress of someone always coming to you asking for something, needing favors over and over again because they don't want to work or take care of themselves. They want somebody else to be responsible for them, or they want to do work, but they don't want to put in the work. They want everything quick, like a microwave, and that's not how this works. You have to put in the work to see and manifest what you need in your life. You can't take from others. I refuse to carry other people's burdens. And for me, if they threaten to leave, I let them leave, because it's a ton of bricks that has been lifted from my shoulders, because I'm not carrying anyone's bricks, or tons of burdens or whatever. My burdens I give to God, and I trust God, and I stay in prayer a lot, and that's how I move forward. But when people are out there and they always need something, they don't want to work for it, and they want you to take care of them and help them, I'm not in that. I'm nobody's doormat. The old version of myself used to do it all the time and be subservient. And then once you help them, they keep coming back over and over again because they don't want to do the work to help themselves. And I had to figure it out, guys. It took a long time for me to get there, you know. But first, before I figured it out, I had to do the work to heal and to understand why I was doing these things through therapy, And once I understood why I was doing this, then I start to do the work to heal. And it's okay for me to say no. And if they threaten to leave, let them. For me, okay, well, take care of yourself. And I don't feel any kind of way about it. In the beginning, when this was happening, I did. But now I don't feel any way about it. Cut off, block, and delete. Because people, my peace of mind is priceless to me. Because having people come and drop their burdens at your front door, problems and situations that you have nothing to do with, it adds the tons of bricks to your life, to your back, you know, and for you to carry those tons of bricks up a hill. And these are not your burdens to carry. And this is how I look at it. And it may sound mean to them or what, frustrating or whatever. They can gossip and say whatever. I really don't care about it anymore. Because overgiving gives a person the opportunity to take advantage of you. They keep coming and coming and coming. And, then it's like you're in a space of lack because you're overgiving. And this is why I don't do it anymore. Um, Always learning to put myself first, make myself a priority. And if something is not for my highest good, then I am not engaging in it. And never allow anyone to pull you into their drama and toxicity, because people will. You can find yourself, I used to find myself in drama situations of things I didn't know anything about because somebody pulled me into it. People who were toxic people who I had in my life at that time. And it would be draining. And these things can add stress to your life. It can, you know, uh, give you health problems, keep dealing with toxicity and people who are drama starters, love gossip, love lies, you name it. Those things belong on a reality TV show, not in my life. And so I had to cut off, block, and delete. It's okay to say no. I had to learn through therapy and through the work. It's okay to say no. I don't have to be out of character about it. Just firm and just say no. And people feel some kind of way about it, but it's not my problem. It is their problems are not mine to carry. Their burdens are not mine to carry. My place is to, help people by showing them how to heal, some of the things that I've done to heal and how it works, to heal things in your life, the outlet for the pain. And to, talk to people about therapy is so important, because otherwise you stay in a place of stagnation, because the pain doesn't have an outlet, a way to get out. So it stays trapped within you. It's so important to keep doing the work and to keep moving forward. One step a day is better than a zero, and you will get there. I promise you that. You will start to see the results in your life. And, I've learned not to um, worry about what other people think about it, because people will leave your life when they can no longer take advantage of you, or you will see them less and less. And for me, that was a good thing. because it's less stress. It means I can focus more on myself and my healing. It's so important. Look at the signs when of those who are trying to make you a doormat in their life. And, you can recognize that rather quickly. Just make sure to set boundaries. For me, I just set strong boundaries. And when those boundaries are disrespected, I cut off, block, and delete. Make people respect you and treat you the way you deserve to be treated. And put some respect on your name is so important. And you don't have to come out of character to do so. And if not, then set some strong boundaries and, take it from there. It is so important to be at a place of peace, people in a peace, instead of broken down, busted, and disgusted. That's the message today, guys. Share it with others, you know, and as you start to do the work, you start to see new doors, new opportunities open up in your life. Grab them, walk toward them, padlock those doors that no longer serve you, that are no longer for your highest good, and walk to the new beginnings. There's going to be better things behind those doors. That's going to make you smile and put you in a better frame of mind. you know let's find people who support us and walk with us and not against us. That's the message again today, guys. You have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you sometime tomorrow. Please subscribe to the channel, and that way you'll know when I'm here, because you'll always get a notification as to when I'm on. Thank you, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.